moments in history when the world doesn't cheer, but it still shakes. When there are no flashing lights, no grand stages, no deafening roar, yet everyone stands still, listening and feeling. This is what happened on August 3rd, 2025, in Brazil, when Jungkook's name echoed silently, yet meaningfully, taking home the top award at the SEC Awards Global Artist of the Year. Brazil is not a place easily satisfied by superficial popularity. They love music that grows from the soil, from history, from the soul. In a country that thrives on the beat of samba, on the rhythm of soccer, on sounds passed down through generations, a young man from South Korea, not even physically present, shook the very heart of their culture. Jungkook didn't appear on stage. He didn't wear a designer suit. He didn't deliver a spectacular performance. All he gave was a simple video in military uniform and his heart. And it turned out that was what the world needed most right now. When his name was announced, there wasn't cheering, but a profound silence. Because everyone knows this isn't just a win. It's recognition, not just of talent, but of sincerity. Not just of voice, but of soul. Jungkook has written a different narrative in a music industry currently dominated by algorithms, big marketing campaigns, and viral strategies. He doesn't chase trends. He doesn't chase the spotlight. He simply sings his truth, and the world hears it. From the start, Jungkook hasn't been the loudest speaker. His debut with BTS in 2013 wasn't a story of instant brilliance. He was a quiet teenager who observed more than he stood out. But it was from that quietness that strength emerged. He listened more deeply, worked harder, and felt more deeply than most. Songs like Still With You, My You, and Seven aren't just pieces of music. They're notes from the heart, sent quietly and touchingly. Without massive promotion, without fanfare, without the countdown hype common in today's industry, his songs spread like prayers. In remote parts of Brazil, they're played on old radios. In hospitals, his voice soothed frightened children. In homes where Korean wasn't readily available, tears still fell. Because emotion doesn't need translation. Because honesty always reaches. Over 10 million votes from 70 countries poured into the SEC Awards, and when the final results were announced, Jungkook's name surpassed those of Latin music giants and other international icons. Without appearing, he was present. Without harsh words, he was heard. Without begging for love, he was given it sincerely. In his simple video, Jungkook said, "Thank you, Brazil. I didn't expect it. I didn't even know I was on your mind. But you're always in my heart. I'll be back. I'll sing for you. Thank you for listening even though I'm far away." One smile, one simple word, and millions of hearts were touched. The global reaction was no less touching. Social media wasn't filled with hysterical screams, but with emotion. On TikTok, his reaction videos moved foreigners to tears. On Instagram, his words were translated into dozens of languages. On YouTube, Brazilian musicians made tribute videos, cover songs, and even composed thank you songs. CNN wrote, "He didn't need a stage. The world gave him one." Time dubbed him a silent icon. And even the usually cynical critics could only nod silently because they knew this wasn't just a victory. It was a shift in the direction of global culture. Jungkook's victory carries an important message for today's generation that amidst the frenzy of attention-seeking, a culture that measures everything by numbers and trends, silence can be powerful. That we don't need to shout to be heard. We don't need to go viral to matter. Jungkook didn't force the world to pay attention to him. He was genuinely present, and the world came to him. He showed that presence isn't just about visual presence, but about the impact left on others. When others posted daily, he disappeared. When others live-streamed for hours, he chose silence. And precisely because of that, the world grew curious, wanted to get closer, and ultimately fell in love. In a noisy world, it's the quiet that touches the deepest. Jungkook is proof that even unseen hard work will eventually find its way. That love given selflessly will find its recipient. That being gentle doesn't mean being weak. That being quiet doesn't mean having no voice. And that being yourself, without masks, without pretensions, is the purest form of courage. After that night, the world was never the same. What Jungkook had done wasn't just win an award, he had rewritten the definition of fame. In the eyes of his fans, and even those who had just met him, Jungkook was no longer just a K-pop idol. He was a symbol of quiet hope. He was living proof that someone can touch the world, even if they choose to retreat from the spotlight. The next day, news of his win filled the front pages of global media. But what was remarkable wasn't just the title of Artist of the Year he had won, it was how he achieved it. With silence, with humility, with the courage to not follow the flow of an industry full of ambition and ego. The world took notice, not because he was flashy, but because he was genuine. Armies around the world gathered not just to celebrate, but to reflect. On Twitter, hashtags like #SilentVictory, #JungkookEffect, and #YouMadeUsFeelSomething trended in over 60 countries. Fans shared their personal stories about how Jungkook's music kept them company on their toughest nights, about how his lyrics were an encouragement, or about how he made them feel seen, even without knowing each other. There was a teenager in Manila who wrote, "I once tried to end my life, but Jungkook's song randomly appeared on my playlist that night. I stopped. I cried. I felt like someone understood my pain without me having to say anything. It saved me." Or an elderly man in Buenos Aires who posted a video of himself playing a guitar version of Still With You with a simple caption, "At this age, I don't understand Korean, but I know this is a voice that comes from the heart, and the heart never lies." That's Jungkook's power. He doesn't approach his fans with business strategies, but with empathy. He doesn't build connections through algorithms, but through an honesty that's almost extinct in the entertainment world. He's not just an idol. He's a mirror for those who feel small, who lack confidence, who feel their voices are too quiet to be heard. Jungkook shows that even quiet can change the world. And here's the beautiful irony. The more distant he is, the closer he feels. The quieter he is, the more the world wants to hear him. When he says, "I'll be back," it's not a hollow promise. It's a declaration of love from an artist who doesn't play role, but living in his own truth. In agency offices, in music media newsrooms, and even in the living rooms of ordinary families across the globe, talk of the Jungkook phenomenon continues. Some call it a new era of celebrity, where the focus is no longer on who looks the most, but who moves the most. And the most surprising thing is, Jungkook didn't try to be part of that era. He created it, without a roadmap, without a guide, just with the courage to be himself. While many celebrities are busy building an image, Jungkook is strengthening his character. While many artists appear with all the visual excitement, Jungkook chooses to be simple. And in that simplicity lies his strength. The world is growing tired of empty glamour, and he comes as an oasis, calm, honest, and refreshing. Now, his influence is felt not only on the music stage, but also in real life. Many young people are learning that being introverted isn't a weakness, that not everyone has to perform to be accepted, that working in silence can also build a following. In the history of K-pop, many big stars have made history. But what Jungkook did that night, behind the scenes, in his military uniform, marked a new chapter. He wasn't just the magne of a legendary group. He was a silent pioneer with a loud voice, a soft voice that resonated, and a heart that transcended cultural, linguistic, and continental boundaries.